seemed to me, how could anything live that long? Now I say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be. And my grandpa Roy, when he was a boy in 1904, he was taught by men who fought in the actual Civil War. And only 8 decades passed and my high school class put the tassels on the other side. Started on our way full of naivete on the great American ride. The months and years slide past, each more quickly than the last. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see 100 years ain't what it used to be. Oh, Johnny!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Johnny Heidt. Oh, yeah.
Did the guitar face.
Ibuprofen's under buy again in my online shopping cart. Every week I learn something else I should be doing for my heart. If I use the wrong pillow, I might have trouble getting out of bed. My hair grows in my ears and nose now more than on my head. As a kid, to me, ancient history was something like World War I. But I arrived close to that time than this year as I sing this song. And I'm starting to find I can wrap my mind around life is brief and dear. I can hardly believe my baby girl's turned 26 this year. For a little while it seems you got time to choose your dreams. Pretty soon you look around and you'll see everybody 100 years ain't what it used to be. Before you know it, you're 63, making plans for Medicare A and B. You look around yourself and you see 100 years ain't what it used to be.
Joe. We're rolling. Can't thank you enough.
Make it funny. Come on.
Jim Neighbors.
Bosoms up. Here we go.
Josh Arnold Investment Consultant brings you Garage Logic Podcast number 1726. Feb 27, 2028. Boy, did February come and go, huh? She's over tomorrow.
You know what? How many months have 28 days?
All of them.
Thank you.
It was 58 degrees on this day in 2016, and it was 22 below on this day in 1879. Call Mr. Money Talk at 952-925-5608 for a free 48-minute consultation.
Hail the flashlight king.
And now, from the mayor's office above the boathouse on the east shore of Spoon Lake, it's Garage Logic with Chris Reavers manning Technology Corner, Kenny Olson from the Krabby Coffee Shop, John Heidt in the newsroom, and of course, the rookie. Here is your flashlight king, fireworks commissioner, and the keeper of common sense, your mayor, Joe Souchere.
So I was preparing the show today, and I returned a message that I think I got yesterday from a guy named Tim Huttner. Tim Huttner is a councilman in Champlin. Champlin just voted 3-2 to continue flying the old Minnesota state flag in place of the new one. And so I get this, I called Huttner today, and he said, I think we should do our podcast together. He said he's got a podcast called Huttcast. And he said we could talk about politics and whatever. And he says, I'm also a motorhead. He's got his own car shop in Dayton, Huttner Enterprises. And I thought, well, what the hell? Let's have him on. He said, I'll get the mayor to come over, the whole deal. So
how's that working out?
Well, so far it's not working out. We sent Huttner a link so he could join us on Zoom. Is that correct, Chris?
Yep.
And what do you think the problem is? Because the viewers are seeing now.
That's why I was saying maybe we should just wait a minute or two. But you're going to make it work.
Well,
You got her.
You said he has AOL.
That doesn't matter. Just do the show. We'll get him on here in a minute.
This guy.
Yeah, but I mean, is AOL slow to register, or how does it work?
AOL?
Oh my God.
AOL.
So
So
Wheel of
if
Fortune.
we're ready to go, Tim. He has said he has 2 million listeners on his podcast.
Yeah,
So I thought.
So have we to advertisers.
Door. Really?
So I thought this would be great.
Good one, Mark.
Yeah.
He knows how to spin those numbers, doesn't he?
Right.
Maybe you should call him.
He's probably right there. He's in the garage.
Or you can't call him because his line's being used for the hookup, right?
Remember how about 7 or 8 minutes ago I said, why don't we just, maybe we should just give it a minute.
Yeah,
And
but
you
see,
said,
we have been giving it quite a few minutes, and if we went by your theory, we'd be sitting here till 1.
You could tell he's a GLer because if you pop on his website, it's a family-run business.
Yeah.
Tim, his wife Roxy, his son Norris, and his other son Tyler.
And I want to ask him if he ever works any good cars, like on British stuff, like MGs and stuff.
Right. You're looking for an angle.
Well, that was interesting. I don't know what the holdup is for him to be able to join us on Zoom.
He's probably frantically, his little fat fingers are trying to access.
So let's just move on then, huh?
You got other stuff?
We had an interesting conversation, Joe and John and I, before the show, before the council joined us, on trying to tell Joe where Dayton and Champlin were.
I cannot place Champlin other than I do know that as I'm heading out west on 169 and then 169 bends to the north in Anoka, I do know that on that stretch prior to I arrive at Anoka.
I think you're already lost.
No, I know
Here's
that,
what you're going to do. Here's what you're going to do. Do you know how to get through the tunnel? Can you get on westbound 94
That's
through
not
the
the
tunnel?
way I go.
I need you to be in your mind right now.
I can do that.
You're driving through the tunnel.
I can do that.
Now we're going to skip ahead. You're just going around the Brooklyn Center curve, where a lot of people back it down to about 50, but all the rest of us notch her up to about 75. Fun curve.
Am I
there.
approaching Maple Grove at that
So
point?
now you're up. Correct. You pass Brooklyn
kinda
Boulevard,
gave you a shot
Boone, 169. And here's 169. Whoa. Hang
I
a
see
right.
it. I
Get
got
on
it.
northbound
Yeah.
169.
And I go right through Osseo.
You cross over 81,
Yeah.
which is now underneath. It runs underneath 169. Big new bridge there years ago, actually. Then you cross 610, the new 610, the crosstown. It's a horrible stretch of freeway that backs up every day. You're now entering the Champlin area.
Okay. All right. Great. And then take me to Dayton. Keep talking.
You get
Take me to
right
Dayton.
up. Now, you notice I said get. You get right up to the curve where you're about to cross the Mississippi. Don't do that. Hang a hard left.
Yeah.
And whatever that highway is, I could look it up, but I'm a tad bit lazy. It's Friday.
I think it'd be
And
good
then
so
if you
far.
stay on that scenic road that follows the south side of the freeway, you're going to end up in Dayton, which,
take-
by the way, is
take
a
a-
lovely area.
Take a left at the gas station with the dinosaur. That's the road Kenny's talking about.
Oh, Sinclair?
Yep.
All right. I have another question. Is Dayton west or east of 94 as I'm going up towards St. Cloud?
It would be north of 94.
Let's welcome in our guest.
Hey, here's Tim.
Hi, Tim. We're trying to figure out where the hell you live.
Tim, you're the podcast host of the Hutcast.
Yes, I am. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
How often
Okay,
is
good.
the Hutcast on?
Oh boy, that's kind of a trick question. Depends how much city stuff I'm working with, but we try to do 2 to 3, sometimes 4 episodes a month.
Oh,
We've been doing it for about 6-7 years, and we are in 120 countries, 45 million likes, followers, and impressions. You know, that kind of thing.
we're number one in the in Anguilla, so you won't be able to make that claim. We're
Yeah,
number
you've got
one in
no
Anguilla.
shot in Anguilla, Tim. None.
But you texted me. You thought it would be interesting if we get together and combine these two giant podcasts. You were part of a 3-2 vote to maintain flying the old flag in Champlin. Has that created a civic uproar of any kind?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
It
We've
has.
had a whole lot of people sending messages, emails. They're upset from other cities. We have other cities saying, "Hey, our citizens want this same thing. How did you do it?" I mean, and literally, we were in a reaction situation. We didn't pick this. One of our council members, Jessica Tesdell, says, well, "I want this back on the agenda." And recently, we opened up our agenda so that everybody can have a speak.
Mm-hmm.
And once we opened that up, she says, "I want to do this." This is okay. I mean, the mayor says, "This is what we're going to do. We're going to do this so everybody has a fair volume, a fair chance."
Mm-hmm.
A lot of emails, a lot of social media. We went viral twice on this deal. We got 2 million, if you add them all together, views with this. Alpha News took it and ran with it. Liz is a great gal, known her for years, and she just says, "Hey, we're doing this." And I says, "I'm on it. What can I do?"
Well, what were the objections like?
From who? There's so many.
Well, we better stay within Champlin. You had 2 council members who voted not to change the flag. Do you still get along with them? Is it a kind of a friendly place? It's not a big problem?
Well, not to change which flag. The ordinance was to fly the new flag. The old flag was still up at City Hall in all the parks.
yeah.
Jessica Tesdell says, "Hey, we want our people to have the new Minnesota flag," and that's where all the sparks started.
So what ultimately was decided?
I had a roundtable like a week before, and I work for Ward 3, and I work for them. And the roundtable, the conversation came up and says, "Hey, we want to talk about the flag." And I went, "Okay, here we go. This is what we're going to do." And I said, "Okay, let's just do this real quick. Let's do a show of hands. Who wants the Minnesota flag from 1983, the original one, or who wants the new version. And I will cast no aspersions here. If somebody wants to do the new one, we won't pass judgment. Again, I work for the people. And 100% of this roundtable raised their hand and says, leave my flag alone. I want my flag, the original one.
Okay.
And I went, I copy you loud and clear.
Yep.
And I will vote. I will not vote outside my ward. If they say they do this, then that's what I'm going to do.
So that's how you got the 3-2 vote, and the old flag prevails.
It does prevail.
Does it prevail
flag
at City
prevails.
Hall? Is it flying now at City Hall?
Yes, it is. Every park, every venue, everywhere throughout the whole city. It's the one that people wanted. I mean, if the process had been a little more transparent,
right?
We had the trifecta doing its job.
Right.
We had no say in the matter. And here's what I get. I get people say, you let 3 of you choose for the rest of us. And my only rebuttal to that is, we let 13 speak for 4.5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the difference?
Right. No,
I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their feelings on it.
No, we're on the same side here. I prefer the old flag, and if I ever had a vote, well, Garage Logic, it's never even come up. We just fly the traditional old Minnesota flag alongside the GL flag. Are we talking to you now from your car shop?
We are talking at my facility, yes.
And it's called Huttner Enterprises, and you're a car guy. You're a motorhead.
I'm as motor as it gets, yeah.
Do you ever work in any neat cars?
I sent you a video.
Yeah, I did get it. I saw it. Yeah. Do you ever work in any neat cars like MGs and Triumphs, the good stuff, British stuff?
One of my friends over at Maple Grove City Council, his dad is a big MG guy.
Oh, yeah?
And we've had constant conversations. And yes, we worked on everything from a standard car to a $1 million plus Moline tractor to a dragster to a normal Nissan Sentra to a Cadillac. It doesn't matter. We got 19 stalls. And
what is your niche in the car world? What are you known for?
High tech.
Okay. Well,
if
in
someone
what
can't
sense?
build it, we're the engineering firm.
Okay.
We're a lot of engineering.
Do you build engines?
Absolutely.
Really? How long have you been in the car
Everything
business?
from, oh boy, let's see here. I graduated high school in 1985. I was on a farm, currently releasing a book about the life of strategy. It is, you're on a farm. You do what you got to do.
Right.
You build tractors. You're building bottom row plows. You're doing skirts. You do what you do. I mean, it's the farm life.
Okay.
So I guess I was 80 when we were driving tractor when we were 7, 8. And we went to General Motors School training. I went to Kansas State University. Blah blah blah.
40 years ago were you raised in Champlin?
I was raised in kind of Anoka and St. Francis.
And even as recently as 40 years ago, it was relatively undeveloped, would you say?
Champlin was?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm asking.
He's never been there.
Okay. Champlin has been built out for quite a while. Yeah, I moved in Champlin when I was 19, and I just got out of high school. I bought a house here. Mm-hmm. And then I just kind of worked from there. My shop is in Dayton, Minnesota. That I started probably 10 years after I moved into Champlin. We're 97% built out in Champlin. Mm-hmm. But Dayton, we're only about 22% built out, and I serve an EDA in this city as well. So I serve 2 cities, probably for the first time since, 1803, some guy in Oklahoma who had served 2 cities consecutively, and I do that as well. I'm the EDA chair of this city.
What is EDA? What is EDA?
I'm sorry, say again.
What does EDA mean?
EDA is called Economic Development Authority.
Okay.
We're the guys that do land. We make sure that the city's making its, growth, proper growth and structure.
But do you want Dayton?
Business, basically, business.
Do you want Dayton to grow?
Well, I don't know if that's up to me. I'm just the guy trying to make sure we got a group of 7 guys, great team, and they're all business people. So we steer businesses. We do conversations. It's kind of a thing. I mean, it's pretty neat.
You sound
Did
like
I throw more at you, Joe, than you wanted?
No, you sound like a GLer, and we're always suggesting on this show that more GLers need to enter politics. So there's a fighting chance that you are typical of the guy we're looking for, somebody who, I take it, you had no desire to become a career politician. Is that a safe statement?
I think it picked me. I didn't pick it.
Yeah.
But I have this problem with the moral compass, and the compass is very, very strong.
Explain. Help us understand that.
I've seen a lot of not rights. I've seen a lot of wrongs. I've seen a lot of sideways. And I was brought up on a different set of rules. And when I see stuff that doesn't make sense to me, and common sense ain't common enough, I post that on my Hutcast all the time.
Yeah.
That you got to involve yourself and say enough of this weirdness. And hey, everybody's got their opinion. As long as you're going to stick to your opinion, why not? Why not do it? But don't enforce your opinion upon me.
Was there any particular thing happening in Champlin that inspired you to run for the first time?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The first time I ran in 16, I ran against Mayor Karasik. Mayor Karasik is a guy a nice guy, but there was things that was like, okay, I could probably assist this team some.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to the point where, we're kind of on a, different wavelengths sometimes, and it worked out to where I couldn't do it. And then I ran in 18 against my Ward 1 at the time, which was Jessica Tesdall. Now the redistricting has created different areas. Now I'm in Ward 3. We have some stuff that's got to be fixed in Ward 3, crazily stuff. And the previous councilman decided he was going to move on. And I went, okay, I understand. And then I put my hat in the ring, and here we are.
What's an example of some crazy stuff that has to be fixed?
Boy, here's the skinny on this. State of Minnesota has locked up every city about cognitive care homes.
Mm-hmm.
We have an area in our city that has a lot of problems. And we have, if we were to have 7 homes in this area, and these people need help, I get that, and we're trying to help them. But when the state tied our hands, it created an issue. We have a lot of city services going in that area.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of things that just need to be addressed. It's Danny Nadeau at the state level. He's working at it at the House level. John Hoffman, he's working on it. We're tied.
Mm-hmm.
We cannot go in there and say, hey, look, you can't call us every time someone doesn't want to do something or whatever it is, whatever the home caregivers are doing. We have 7 homes in the area. There's 4 tenants per home. If I was to ask you, Joe, if we have that many people in an area and city of services get called because they won't take their meds or there's a medical or how many calls in a year make sense to you? In 7 times 4 is 28 people. What would you say would be a logical call?
10
to
calls
the PD.
10 calls a year.
Yeah. How does almost 650 ring your bell?
That's too many. That's 640 too many.
That's well, we're trying to handle this at the state level. We have got everything and we can possibly do. Matter of fact, I was just going through some preliminary law changes from that Danny Nadeau made up, and I hope he gets some traction on it because it is some next level stuff.
Are there any?
We need to be able to protect our citizens.
Are there any Democratic socialists on the city council?
I don't know if I can answer that. I don't know their political affiliation. We try to keep politics out of it. We're a group of 5. I respect the 5. Everybody's got their opinion, and we work with that.
Mm-hmm.
That is my box. And we try to say, okay, what is your opinion? What is your point? We all have great conversations. But the flag thing kind of spun them around. Everybody had a different opinion, and of course we prevailed. So we being us, the other side.
Is there any danger that the state could order you to fly the new flag?
From what I've been aware of, our attorney says that it is up to the municipality to create that event.
Okay.
It is not a state thing. They can do it in state buildings. They can do it in whatever they control. But from what I understand, Dave said that, so Dave's our attorney, this has to be a city council member. It can't even go on the ballot for something. So it would have to be some kind of a special thing. And we asked him, he says, can we put this in front of the people? And the attorney says, we cannot put this in front of the people. You 5 have to deal with this. And I went,
I would imagine Champlin might be just far enough away from the tallest buildings that you're not going to get a lot of people demanding a return to the old flag. I mean, the new flag.
Well, let's say for every 2 no's, we had about 22 yeses.
Okay.
And that's just doing informal, watching social media, saying, okay, guys, what are we seeing? You get the loudspeakers. You get the loudspeakers on both sides.
Yeah.
But this was never a flag issue. This was a policy issue designed by 12 or 13 that made the choice for us.
Right.
And the 2 that squeak are saying, well, you made the choice for us. I said, well, because it was made for us. We didn't have that choice. It didn't go through policy. It didn't go through the state. It didn't go through the House. They all of a sudden go, bam, here you go. And that's the problem that we had. Like everything else, the city has to mop up what the state's doing. And we have to handle it at our level, just like the ICE thing, just like the all this stuff. I mean, Mayor Fry's involved. This is a federal thing. What's going on? Why are we involved?
You obviously are paying attention to politics. You're a politician. When you look at the way Minneapolis is being run by that city council and mayor, do you have a lot of thoughts about that? Or do you just leave it alone and worry about your own backyard?
Well, I do worry about my backyard, but see, what happens downtown happens in our city as well. And there's political fallout everywhere you go, no matter who you are, what city, everybody's dealing with the same stuff. The question is that the stuff they want to be dealing with? Is that what you want your legacy to know? Is this you're going to say, hey, we turned on this flag that everybody don't want or somebody does want? It's a tough discussion. That's a 7-part series, Joe.
Did Champlin entertain secession from Hennepin County?
Absolutely.
Did you come close to it, or is it still a live topic?
Well, I think that would be more of a question for the mayor to answer, and he's on another call. So Mayor Sabis, and we had conversations in Dayton as well about that same situation. Now, what the problem was, this is George Floyd time. We had everybody building gold coffins. We had everybody crying over the coffin. We had all this stuff that was going on, and our roads are in need. Our county roads are a problem. We have some infrastructure need to be done. We need some funding. Luckily, we had some good local representation to go down and say, kung fu. Let's get this stuff happening. But in the meantime, we didn't. We're fighting to try and get what we've been paying into back on our streets instead of gold coffins and the circles and this, that, the other. I mean, okay, I get it. You're doing it. But somewhere there's got to be some payback for us paying into this. Hence the succession conversation. We could go as Champlin. I mean, I'm not speaking for the council. I'm not speaking for the city. This is a personal thing. We could go to Anoka County, and Dayton could go to Anoka, or it could go to Wright County. In Dayton, we have 2 counties we're part of because of our geographic location. So there's a lot of options here. The question is, what does that look like? How does that look like in an attorney firm? How does the city handle that? How does legal handle that?
I think it's fascinating.
Well, we're just a bunch of Gomer grease monkeys, right?
Yeah, well, that's... Why don't we let you go and continue this some other day when something comes up that requires us to get you back on the Zoom?
Well, if that's an invitation, you call my phone anytime. You have my number.
Yeah.
And if you want to talk about cars, hot rods, motorcycles, we don't care what it is. If it sucks fuel and breathes fire, we're good to go.
It really does make me happy that you are working from the garage, because if you would have said, I'm working from my house and you have your name tag on, I would think it was really weird. Okay, just so we know.
I do have one auto-related question, Tim, if you don't mind.
This is Kenny talking to you.
Okay.
And it's a question about advice. What is your advice to people that own British cars? Should they call a bumper tow truck or a flatbed tow truck? What is the best option there for British car owners?
Well, I'm kind of an American guy. I'm pro-American. I mean, I'll buy the crappiest U.S.-made product before I buy a foreign car. But for a classic like that, we also are a towing company. Oh. And I instruct my staff to go out, and everything is, I got a lot of companies, Joe.
Okay.
And I instruct my staff to anytime there's something that has to be special, it goes on the flatbed.
Okay.
So I'd be
flatbed
a flatbed
for sure.
Guy. I'd be a flatbed
for sure
guy.
He's a flatbed.
Yeah.
One more, and I guess this would be a comment. I would advise what my ancestors used to do with their garbage equipment. Maybe you could back up to a frozen lake and just put that thing on a frozen lake, and in the spring it disappears. You'll never see that British car again.
I'm being disparaged here.
I ain't touching that one.
Yeah, and I wouldn't either.
I ain't touching that one.
Tim Huttner.
But no, when we start building.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
How
ahead,
can
Joe.
people find your podcast? It's called Huttcast?
It is, and it is not specific to branding for any city in which I serve. Those people. It is merely conversations, and I've had a lot of great conversations on my show. I've had people that met Hitler on my show.
Holy mackerel.
And those are conversations that are incredible. I've had AGs on my show. I've had, it's just, we have a good time. I mean, it's just about having a conversation, kind of like we're having here.
Right.
Tell me what you know. Mm-hmm. Tell me what I can learn. Mm-hmm. And well, I'll tell you what, I've had some really, really excellent conversations throughout the country, throughout the world.
Well, when we look up your podcast, are those listed? We could pick one and listen to it?
Yeah, you bet.
All right. Thank you.
As a butt-kissing, as a butt-kissing producer, I do want to match you on, we have had someone on our show that met Hitler as well, Louis Zamperini.
Is that right?
Yes, he met him.
Well,
when he was
we had
9.
to name ours Mrs. M. We couldn't name her by name because her family is still in that regime over there, and she didn't want no fallout.
Oh my gosh!
All right.
So it was kind of a thing, and you tell you what, you know, we sit here and we go, it's our show, we want to get to the bottom of things, we learn things. But it hurt me here to listen to what she had to say. And I'm thinking, is this worth the ratings?
Yeah.
Because it was in her 90s. And it felt so hard to listen to what she went through as a 10-year-old that I thought to myself, I'm not going to do another show because this hurt so bad. And I had to get through that. I had to talk to her. It was kind of a thing.
I'm going to look it up. Tim, let's stay in touch, and thank you very much.
Gentlemen, thank you. Very nice to meet you. Kenny, John, Reavers, Rookie. Sorry about the delay coming in, and my phone was acting weird.
That's
but
okay.
you know what? I appreciate this. When does this go live?
Right. Well,
we are live.
We're live on
live
YouTube
right
right now, but the show should be posted around 2:00 this afternoon.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again. And by any means, if you want to call, I'm always here to cast an opinion.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
All right. Tim Huttner, Ward 3, Champlin, Minnesota.
Let's talk about one of our friends, should we? Hofferman Water and Connecticut. Mm-hmm. You know
Did you hear him say the name John Hoffman?
Yeah.
John Hoffman is from Champlin.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Chris.
Okay. Hofferman Water and Connecticut here to take care of all of your home treatment water needs. And you know what? Your first step has to be getting on that schedule and having them come out for that free water analysis. You do that by dialing 612-895-2440 or book your appointment online at HoffermanWater.com. Either way, you can get on that schedule and have them come up for that free water analysis. And you know what? It's going to make an amazing difference in the quality of your water. I started out as a customer of... Do you have another question? Okay. I started out as a customer of Hofferman Water and Connecticut. And you know what? It's made an amazing difference in the quality of my water. They'll do the same for you. But you got to get on that schedule, 612-895-2440, or visit HoffermanWater.com. And that's because Hofferman Water has been proudly serving the state of Minnesota for over 50 years. Do me a favor and mention that you heard about them on the Garage Logic podcast.
I was 17, my old man was 55. If you do the math between the two of us, that's 72 years of life. An eternity, so it seemed to me. How could anything live that long? Now I say my folks were only 84 the year that they passed on. For the
The earth is not your mother. The Joe Souchere Show.
Go to seafoamworks.com right now. Read along with me. Here it is right on the landing page. Trusted by millions since 1942. For more than 80 years, people from mechanics to everyday engine owners have been recommending Seafoam for preventing or overcoming common engine problems. And this is where I step in and say that covers virtually every cylinder you have. If it runs on fossil fuel, gas, diesel, or race gas, whatever, Seafoam is the answer. It's going to keep those cylinders, the carburetors, the injectors, everything is happy. And then you go to the chem cabinet there in your shop or your garage, and the other Seafoam product you should have right there on the shelf is the amazing Deep Creep. It's a premium formula that brings premium results. It frees stubborn parts from rust and corrosion. It cleans, it lubricates, it protects, and it smells wonderful too. Find it all over everywhere. Automotive chemicals are sold. You'll find it there. Your local NAC, automotive parts stores, the big name stores. There it is. Usually on the end cap in the big box stores. It's a wonderful product in a world of bad gas. It's two of them. It's Deep Creep and the motor treatment from Seafoam.
It sounds to me like Huttner would be a GL city council rep.
Sure. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, do you think, he has among his holdings apparently is a car repair place.
Yeah.
Well, compare that to anybody on the Minneapolis City Council. In other words, he has a job, and he pays people, and he's dealing with fossil fuels, which don't panic him, and they're flying the old state flag.
I think, Joe, you find people like what you find on the Champlin City Council, like you always say, the further you get away.
And that isn't even that far away.
Right. You can see them from up there.
Yeah, you can see the tall buildings from Champlin.
Just far enough where you have real people with real jobs that also work on the council.
Are you telling me Dayton is east of 94 as 94 is going north?
Goodness, Jesus.
Is it?
West 94 goes northwest.
Yeah, up towards St. Cloud.
So you're going to St. Cloud.
Yep.
You haven't got to Rogers yet. There, out your right, your passenger, the drinker's side window.
Yeah.
You'll see Dayton. You'll see they actually have a new exit, Dayton Parkway.
Well, let me tell you something.
It's on the north side of 94. Why are you so confused looking?
We should have
94
also
goes
spent one of those
northwest and
days.
southeast, Joe. It doesn't go north. It doesn't go east-west. It goes northwest.
Okay, if I'm southbound on 169 from Elk River going to Anoka, let's say.
Well, then you're on a combined route of 169 and Highway 10.
I know that.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
The observation I wanted to have was that Dayton at that point is going to be west of me.
That's correct.
Okay.
South.
But you got to
South
keep
and west.
South side of the river.
Yeah, you have to go past Anoka and the river to go west.
What
to
is
get to
that
Dayton.
white church steeple I see off in the distance to my west when I'm driving south towards Anoka? Serious question. That's the little village of Dayton in there.
No, Dayton's on the south side of the river.
You guys know we're on, right? We're recording.
You should have impressed him though.
God.
Also, by saying we had a guest. We had the Champlin Park Rebels conditioning coach for football on our program at one time.
We did.
You are losing back points here with this conversation.
I don't think I am at all.
I really.
A 5 will get you 10. There's a white steepled church in Dayton.
Do you have a bracelet on that has your address and your wife's phone number on it? If lost, return.
You know, one of the things I learned was here's the church.
Right.
Here's the steeple. Look inside, and there's the people.
Yeah, you got all the people from Dayton.
A little item in the St. Paul paper caught my eye this morning, and I cut it out.
That church is Emmanuel Lutheran, by the way.
Is it in Dayton?
Yes.
Oh, see, then I'm right.
I'm just kidding.
You are lying to me?
No idea.
I couldn't think of any Lutheran names either, except Emmanuel Lutheran on Snelling.
Oh, God.
We're always saying on this show, people have to figure out how to help solve the political crisis we face in Minnesota. Huttner might be a guy that would be useful in solving the political crisis we have. And this caught my eye. There's Sweeney Saloon.
Very familiar. The saloon on Dale.
It's on Dale between Summit and Selby.
Yes.
Just a couple blocks, 2 or 3 blocks south of Selby.
Correct.
On Dale Street. It's a neat
institution.
It's a neat old saloon. And the owner is a guy named Will Rolfe. I don't know him. He's only owned it for a year. So Sweeney's has changed hands, apparently. Mm-hmm. But he's got a deal where if politicians come in, Republicans and Democrats, and dine together, he'll provide their meal for free. He wants to get them to start talking. I think it's a great idea.
I love that trend.
It says Sweeney Saloon owner Will Rolfe is hoping to extend camaraderie to the political sphere in St. Paul by offering a free meal to any Democrat and Republican pair or group that come in together. Beginning now and running through the end of the legislative session, Sweeney's will offer its poor man special and a beer or soda on the house to any table consisting of politicians on both sides of the aisle.
I love that.
I think that's a great idea.
Yes.
These guys used to dine and get hammered together all the time.
All the time.
It'd be at the Criterion or the Lexington or whatever. But and I'm not suggesting he's saying that come in and get hammered together. He's saying come in and talk.
Right.
We'll give you the meal and throw in a beer or a soda. In a news release, Rolfe said the idea grew out of the same question many Minnesotans are asking: what can I do from where I sit to help lower the temperature? Neighborhood bars have always been the place where people come to connect. You don't have to think alike to sit at the same table. You just have to show up and be willing to talk like neighbors. He said, I can't fix politics, but I can provide the bread for people to break together. If 2 legislators want to take an hour to talk face-to-face instead of through press releases, I'm happy to buy them a meal. That's fantastic.
It looks like
it really is.
Will Rolfe has a Williams Property Management, so he is involved in rental selections in St. Paul.
Not to mention that he's in business in St. Paul, which is very difficult to be.
Right.
So I just wanted to give that guy a shout out.
Got it.
I don't even know who he is.
Providing affordable apartments and single-family rentals in St. Paul.
Do we talk politics in the bar, the pub there in Garage Logic?
Yeah, it comes up, but nobody's arguing and nobody's fighting. It just
They're
comes
just
up.
trying to tell everybody why they're wrong.
Yeah, we don't argue. We just explain why you're wrong if you happen to wander in from Euphoria or Liberal Lakes or Diversityville.
Whatever happened to Kitchen Table Town?
That's a good one.
That's a good
Kitchen
one.
Table Town. This can't happen. I'm sure it's a trial balloon, but it's Washington Post is reporting that Trump activists say they are in coordination with the White House, circulating a 17-page draft executive order that claims China interfered in the 2020 election as a basis to declare a national emergency that would unlock extraordinary presidential power over voting. No, this can't happen. This can't happen. This is not the way this country works.
Right.
The Constitution compels states to run voting, not the federal government.
What would have to happen in order to make that happen?
Well, God knows what he would. The better way to phrase it would be.
No, I mean with the Senate and the House and the legislature. I mean, there's got to be some voting involved, right?
It would have to go to the courts right away, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
I would
this
assume.
can't happen.
Well, I know that, but I'm
it
wondering how.
obscenely shouldn't happen.
I'm not arguing with that. I'm trying to have a conversation about how this would actually play out.
Well, he would have to engineer, and I mean him specifically, because this is his baby. He would have to engineer some unforeseen national catastrophe / emergency that what would compel the courts to say, yeah, you're right, the feds better run the election because we can't risk this chaos on the streets?
According to the paper, the 17-page paper,
Yeah.
they already are suggesting, the folks that wrote it for him, to use the 2020 election as an example, even though
There's no evidence that he won that election.
If that's what they're going to base it on, that seems really weak.
Yeah, well, and if that happened, then I would assume he signs an executive action, and at that point it's challenged immediately and goes to some court, and then eventually to the Supreme Court.
And that just controls the voting apparatus, right? The process.
Well, he would
Because in my mind, I'm comparing it, Joe, to how did FDR stick around? And would these two even be comparable?
They're not comparable.
All right.
FDR was intelligent.
No, I mean I mean the process.
Well, what I read would if Trump pulled this off, and he obscenely should not, I suppose he would declare no mail-in ballots,
correct,
voter ID, which I happen to be in favor of.
Well, so far so good.
And a host of other things that would.
How about
why
this?
are we
The
even
one
discussing this?
the one
what
I
this
would love
means
him.
is Trump would use this to maintain his own power. There's no. Trump is not virtuous or altruistic. He would engineer this in order to have Republicans win all the midterms.
That's about what I was going to say. There should be no mail-in, Joe. You should have a driver's license and ID.
Excuse me for one moment, Kenny.
And wait a second. And Democrats are not allowed to vote.
Number 3. Okay, never mind. Since you put it that way, I understand.
Well, what the hell do you think?
I was going somewhere.
Well, what do you
I'm
think
sorry.
this means?
I apologize.
I know. I'm just not willing to get bent out of shape about it. That's all.
Boy, if
geez,
there's anything
really?
to get bent out of shape about, this would be it.
Yeah,
This
would be
not
in
on
the
a
top
Friday.
two.
I would get more bent out of shape about this than any other prank he's come up with.
Yeah, it's Friday.
What about the Twins starting staff? I'm more bent out of shape about that.
That's the problem with this country. You're right. More people are bent out of shape about that.
I'm more like I can't eat meat on Friday. What's going on?
Who are you kidding?
I've had this discussion with you before. Let me tell you something, Rookie.
Let me tell you something.
Can I ask you a question?
They all owned a fish shop back in the golden
The
time.
Popes had brothers in the fishing business. This was a scam to get people to buy fish. Let me tell you something else. Let me tell you something
I know
else.
you're
Go to
gonna
the
give me
front of the
right now.
room with that,
what am
Joe,
I
on
gonna say?
Saturday.
What am I
I
gonna
know
say?
you're going to give me.
What am I gonna
I don't know
give
what you're going to say, but I know what you're going to give me.
What?
As a by mayoral decree, special dispensation.
Not only that, but do you think it's a sacrifice for me to have some scallop pasta dish?
No.
Joe.
No, you would
Are you
gobble it
kidding
up.
me?
You'd be the first
a
one done at the
sacrifice
table.
for me would be to have a hot dog.
Yeah.
Joe,
What?
I think you should go to the front of the room when you go to church on Saturday evening and make this announcement.
During the massive anticipation.
Yeah, I got something. Hey,
Let me tell you people something.
preacher man.
If
I got something.
if the idea is sacrifice, throw me in the briar patch and make me eat sea bass.
See, here's
Thank
the
you.
deal. We got people coming over tonight, and they're talking about a bean and cheese burrito for dinner.
Well, that's
or
what you should have. That's a
cheese
sacrifice. That is a sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice to have scallops. I think we're having scallops today
You're
with a
having a-
linguine thing and the little sauce.
You're
and-
having a family gathering, and the meal is the cheese and bean burrito.
That's what the girls
Good luck
were.
to your plumbing.
Yeah, that's what the girls were.
I don't know how to tell you guys this, but I love bean and cheese burritos.
And you're falling away, aren't
Checks
you?
out.
You're falling away.
Every Friday night when I was a kid. See, this used to be all year long. No meat on Fridays.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah.
I'm changing religions.
I know it
I
did.
like fish.
I love the Jews. No,
We
that's
had
no
to eat-
pork.
we
That's
had
what
to
it's going to
eat-
take to change religions.
We had to eat the cheapest fish sticks you could find at the grocery store.
with mac and cheese.
It was
That's
the crap they
awesome.
swept up off the fish
Yes.
floor.
So
Yes.
basically, the box of stuff Rookie brought to the Sprint store.
Yes.
Fresh out of the Gulf.
The dollar store.
Joe, I'm
off the
almost
Gulf.
as old as Joe, and he's correct. It was every Friday.
Every
And
Friday.
I loved it because as a German Russian, my grandmother would make dough dishes that I loved. So I looked
you kind
forward
of cheated, yeah.
to those Fridays.
Hey, there's nothing better than fish sticks and mac and cheese. Come on.
Well, Kenny, there is.
Maybe SpaghettiOs,
There
but
is.
other
Johnny,
than
what's
that,
a dough dish? Is that just dumplings?
It's like you make dough. Let's say you take little dough balls about this big, and you fry it with sauerkraut. That's krautnip.
Okay.
Or you make Käsenip, which is basically a cheese bun. Or you
Trump-
make Schupnudler, which is long dough things look like French fries. Mix them with potatoes, fry them up in lard, of course.
Oh, yeah.
That ain't no
Oh,
sacrifice, John.
So good.
I don't know what could snap people out of their Trump trance. But if this doesn't do it, I don't know what would.
It won't.
How could it not? It's beyond dictatorial. This
is outrage.
It's an obscene violation of everything this country stands for. Everything.
Did you just move here, Joe, and you're wondering about this?
Jesus.
No, I'm not just wondering
Christ,
about it.
Joe.
No, this is pathetic.
Yeah, I know, but it's Friday and I get to sleep
You know,
in tomorrow.
before we-
stay up tonight.
I'm glad you
gonna have it
mentioned
in
that,
my
Ken,
news, too.
maybe
because
do some afternoon drinking here when you're done
Let's
ranting
go
and
get
raving.
Johnny.
but 1 second though.
Make
Thank
it
you,
really
Matthew, for
long
sending
in my
this to me.
news.
There is more background on Rolf.
Yeah.
You were mentioning him. Apparently, he was a musician prior to running for office.
Little Benny had a cat that they wouldn't let him keep.
What the hell are you
We
doing?
put her up
Ralph
for
the
sale
dog.
at a price he thought was cheap.
He's one of the greatest
He took her
Muppet
to a
musicians of
neighbor
all time.
To ask him for advice, he said, "Just leave the kitty here."
Is the show over? Can I go now?
I want John Height's news.
Holy shnikes.
But first, we have to talk
What
about
just
North
happened?
American
Seems
Banking
like the
Company.
show's
I don't know
over.
why you played that because it didn't work.
Ralph the dog?
Rolf.
Oh.
Little Benny had the cat.
See, I don't know how many people would have instantly connected that.
I got it.
Right there.
Yeah,
we
well-
got one hand up.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matthew.
Army of one.
North American Banking Company is here for you, your family, and also for your business. And you know what? They've been doing that since 1998. And way back then, they made a promise to deliver a better banking experience for their customers where you get to know your banker and they also get to know you. And you know what? A lot has changed since then. So this commitment to being a true community bank in the Twin Cities, that, of course, has not. But you have to see it for yourself. They have 6 convenient and wonderful Twin Cities locations to serve you. 50th in France, Roseville, Woodbury, Hastings, Shoreview, and also in Maple Grove, offering the same updated online and mobile banking tools as all of those other big national banks. But the key difference is you're going to get the unparalleled service of a community bank. So check them out online today. It's nabankco.com to learn more. It's banking done differently. North American Banking Company, member FDIC, is an equal housing lender.
You cannot stop him. He'll just make a move. Joe Souchere.
And save some money for the sports show. Visit northwestsportshow.com. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the biggest sports show around, the Northwest Sports Show, presented by Furniture and Things, coming next weekend, actually starting Thursday, March 5th, running through the weekend. It's the largest annual outdoor show, indoor, everything, fishing, boating, hunting, camping, all outdoor adventures, and you could see it all. It's massive. 600 plus exhibitors, acres of gear, gadgets, new products, boats, RVs, marine electronics, of course, tackle, hunting equipment. A lot of wonderful seminars, too. You want to learn how to catch a walleye without speed trolling? Well, this is the place to do it. Muskie, special species, yeah, you find all those seminars there. Plus, there's a fishing 101 area. There's places for kids to hang out. It's absolutely massive, and it is the best place to plan your upcoming season. You can compare things right across the aisle. That's the way to do it. Buy your tickets early. Get them online. Visit northwestsportshow.com.
Would my brother's kids be my nephews?
Jesus.
Well, unless they were female, then that would be your niece.
Well, one of my brother's kids caught a muskie.
Okay.
Yeah, big one, too. Here's John Heidt in the newsroom.
Anything else to that story?
Well, it's just a little story.
Anyway, back to the Muppets.
The news is brought to you by the North American Banking Company. Minnesota, as we speak, right now, this very time as we are recording this, the budget forecast for Minnesota is being released. It shows a surplus for the next year, but a deficit after that.
Well, then why don't they save the surplus, husband it carefully, and then you won't have a deficit next time?
Far too sensible, Joe. Sorry.
All right.
Based on December's numbers, Minnesota is expected to have about a $2.5 billion surplus for 26-27, but state officials also said a major deficit of around $3 billion was expected for 28-29. Now, wouldn't that make up basically for the?
You got to put that $2 billion in a drawer for next year.
Put it in the bank. Don't touch it.
Fraud continues to be the dominating topic when it comes to Minnesota's finances.
As well, it should be.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Fraud isn't accounted for in the budget outlook numbers. Governor Walz said in December a better effort should be made to quantify the amount of money the state has lost to fraud.
It's plenty, Tim. Don't worry.
John, can I please play Tim Walz?
I don't care.
Joe, I don't want to do this to you on a Friday. I really, truly don't. But the governor, your governor, Tim Walz, had some thoughts when it was we discovered that Medicaid funding was going to be withheld federally. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I don't know why this is so hard to understand, and I will continue to say this. You can trust me on this. The person who's angriest about this fraud is me. Yeah. There is certainly no political upside to having fraud in your state, and it undermines the very program that I have spent a lifetime.
Stop it. Stop it.
No one's angrier than him.
No one will be more successful in gaslighting you that this is Trump's fault than Tim Walz.
Right. Yep.
The U.S. Department of Justice has dropped an investigation into a policy from the Hennepin County Attorney's Office, and according to a spokesperson for the HCAO. Now, of course, there's some discrepancy between the two folks involved here about why this all happened. The investigation, remember, was announced back in May of 2025. We talked about it, centered on a policy asking prosecutors to consider racial identity during prosecutorial decision-making. Assistant Attorney General for the U.S., Harmeet Dillon, posted on X yesterday that the DOJ had dropped the investigation only after the HCO altered its policy to remove language about race-based considerations. However, Hennepin County said that's not the way it happened. They said the DOJ just dropped the investigation, saying the federal government caved into the office's policy, calling the whole investigation a stunt. Daniel Bogert-Poping is a spokesperson for Hennepin County. He said the Department of Justice never had authority to investigate this office. It was always a stunt, and their depleted Civil Rights Division's best strategy was to announce an investigation, grab headlines, then close the investigation and claim victory. It was a political attack from the beginning. Their lawyers committed to defending actual civil rights have left. Federal judge here in Minnesota has ordered DOJ and U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials to appear in court after failing to comply with court orders. Yesterday, Judge Jeffrey Bryan scheduled a hearing for March 3rd that ordered David Fuller, Assistant U.S. Attorney and Acting Chief of the Civil Division of the Minnesota U.S. Attorney's Office, and Daniel Rosen, the U.S. Attorney for the District of Minnesota, to appear in court. The two top officials, along with a representative for ICE, are asked to appear and explain why they should not be held in civil or criminal contempt. Judge Bryan scheduled the hearing after federal officials failed to return property to petitioners in over 20 cases, as was ordered by the court on February 20th. That property includes cash, cell phones, jewelry, driver's licenses, work permits, passports, clothing, and other identification and immigration documents, according to the court filing. Judge Bryan wrote the court cannot ignore respondents' unlawful conduct. The court has previously warned respondents of contempt proceedings if they didn't comply. The filing adds the court may cancel the hearing for specific cases if a written stipulation confirming the return of all property is submitted by 9 a.m. on March 30th. National and international news, economic news, some good, some bad this morning. The bad, the wholesale prices rose at a faster than expected pace in January, countering any hopes that inflation was easing up, this according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The core producer price index, which excludes volatile food and energy prices, increased to a seasonally adjusted 0.8%, more than the 0.6% gain in December and well ahead of the Dow Jones estimate of 0.3%. For the full year, core wholesale prices accelerated 3.6%, while the headline index posted a 2.9% gain, both figures well ahead of the Federal Reserve's 2% inflation goal, and suggest that rising prices are still a factor for the U.S. economy. Stock market futures fell this morning, added to losses following the report. Some good economic news for home buyers. Mortgage rates fell below 6% this week for the first time in more than 3 years. The average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage, 5.98% this week, the lowest level since September of 2022, and a slight decline from last week.
John, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of winning.
What?
I'm just tired
Said
of
no
winning.
one ever.
So there's so much winning. I'm tired
Somebody
of
said
it.
it the other night.
I can give you a loss that you're about to experience.
I had plenty.
In the House right now, there is a bill to expand the Attorney General's power to prosecute Medicaid fraud. That almost sounds good, doesn't it?
Yep.
He wants, that being Keith Ellison, wants people to support his bill that will build out his office's ability to investigate and prosecute Medicaid fraudsters in the state. You can tell I'm holding back a laugh here because this bill, House File 2354, as amended, would add 18 staffers to the state's office of the Attorney General. He's asking for $1.23 million. How many employees does he already have? He already has 492 employees.
Do we know who authored that bill?
Yes, we do. Hold on. His name is Representative Matt Norris, DFL, Blaine, but it's Keith's big bad bill.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, so there you go. 18 more people at a cost of $1,023,000.
Okay, we're taking John's time, but let me tell you something else. There's a bill also introduced that would allow school districts to raise taxes without putting it before the voters.
Well, of course. Why would the voters want to have a say in their taxes?
This is introduced by Senator Steve Saudzinski, DFL Eden Prairie. It eliminates wording that currently notifies taxpayers about how their property taxes would change if a school district referendum is approved.
So Norris is the guy that took
a bill that would remove the long-standing requirement for school district referendums to include clear ballot language informing voters that a yes vote to authorize a property tax increase is being considered in the Senate.
Norris is the guy that took out the Gustafson bill.
That's right. Yep.
Gabe points out.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's right, Gabe. Yeah.
Health news today. The last thing someone in their 30s or 40s should have to worry about is dying of a heart attack, but new research shows more are. The proportion of adults ages 18 to 54 who died in a hospital of severe first heart attack rose 57% between 2011 and 2022. That according to a new study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association. The study offers the latest evidence of worsening health among younger U.S. adults, including deaths from conditions traditionally tied to aging, like heart disease and cancer. At least 3/4 of heart attacks among young and middle-aged adults are first-time heart attacks. Risk factors driving the increase include diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and drug use. Low income also could play a role. The study says if a person can't afford to get treatment, a higher percentage of women than men had diabetes, obesity, and chronic kidney disease and were of low income, according to the study.
What about climate change? I'm surprised that's not in there.
Yeah, that's not listed.
You know, you can train your brain to stand on one leg. You can retrain your brain to help you stand on one leg. I just wanted you to know. I'm serious. I had trouble standing on one leg, but just after 3 days of practice, I'm getting better and better.
Now, are you reading that from a script, or is that actually happening in real life? Are you
happening in real life?
It seems like you're doing an ad for somebody.
No,
Here, standonyourOneleg.com.
No.
That garage door won't close. You stand on one leg until it closes quietly.
A story Joe already mentioned, and apparently only he and I care about it, so you other guys, you don't need to listen. Pro-Trump activists who say they're in coordination with the White House are circulating a 17-page draft executive order that would claim China interfered in the 2020 election as a basis to declare a national emergency that would unlock extraordinary presidential power over voting. President Trump has repeatedly previewed a plan to mandate voter ID and ban mail ballots in November's midterm elections. The activists expect their draft will figure into Trump's promised executive order on the issue.
No.
The White House would not decline to elaborate on any of those plans. The idea of claiming emergency executive powers based on allegations of foreign interference attaches new significance to the administration's actions to reinvestigate the 2020 election. The president has never accepted defeat while never finding evidence of widespread fraud. Every single investigation done by Democrats or Republicans has found no trace of fraud in the 2020 election.
Why is he so hung up on 2020?
He can't lose. He's the sorest loser of all time.
No, he's the sorest winner
Well,
of
winner,
all time.
okay.
He's back in the gig. Why is he hung up on 2020?
There's the guys that started this country, those dudes with the funny wigs.
Yeah.
Pretty
we call
smart.
them the founding fathers.
Pretty smart bunch of guys. And along the way, they came up with something called the Constitution.
Yep.
And the Constitution is going to prevent this from happening. So this is one of the reasons why I'm not setting my hair on fire right now. He can bloviate all he wants. I use that word at least twice a day, every day.
You do
he can do this all he wants, but it's just not going to happen. Therefore, let's not get mad about it.
Well, the only reason it makes me mad is because an editorial comment here. All this bloviating about elections has turned our election process into a goat show.
Yeah,
which it shouldn't be.
I think it's always been,
Dick.
but
Everybody, they cheated. No, they didn't cheat. Shut up. Okay, now back to the news.
Just ask California, right, John?
You shut up too, because you're wrong. And we could sit and talk about it, but that'd be a boring show.
143 people registered to vote. See, man.
Yeah, in an apartment building. I know. The
have a
U.S.
double
military.
shot.
It was a house. It was a
Tequila.
single-dwelling house.
Apartment building.
Rambler.
Nick Shirley's. Yeah.
give me 2 Patrons, please, and a Guinness chaser.
The U.S. military used a laser last night to shoot down a threatening drone flying near the U.S.-Mexico border. The
You
problem,
said it wrong, John. Say it correctly.
What?
Laser.
Yes, with the quotes.
I saw a big drone flying over 280 coming in here today.
I'm surprised the military didn't shoot it down.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, the
It
problem-
had to
China?
be- it was for a minute I thought it was a plane, and then I realized no, it's a drone. It was a big one.
The problem with shooting down this drone, it was a Customs and Border Protection drone. So they shot down our own drone.
Whoopsies.
Case of mistaken identity.
I wonder how that email went. Hey, boss, you got 5 minutes?
Wasn't that an Elmer Fudd cartoon? My God, that's hilarious.
The case of mistaken identity prompted the FAA to close additional airspace around Fort Hancock, about 50 miles southeast of El Paso. The military is required to formally notify the FAA when it takes any counter-drone action inside U.S. airspace. Now, remember we had a story last week, too, in El Paso. Same thing. They shot down a drone. So this is the second time they've had this happen in 2 weeks, and it's causing some problems. Members of the House Transportation and Infrastructure and Homeland Security Committee said they were stunned when they heard this news. Congressman criticizing the Trump administration for sidestepping a bipartisan bill to train drone operators and improve communication among the Pentagon, the FAA, and Department of Homeland Security. And now we're seeing the results, according
I
to
know,
members of Congress.
John, I know how this happened. It's a case of Matthew being told not to touch the wet varnish on Joe's boat.
Yep.
Somebody said, this is the trigger. Whatever you do, don't shoot down that drone.
Oh, my God. That's the
And
first
Matthew
thing I
said,
would
oh,
do.
my God, I got to do it.
This one?
John, we got to get Patrick. Give us the Tkachuk story.
That was next on my list. American hockey player Bradley Tkachuk said Thursday he did not appreciate a doctored TikTok video shared by the White House that made it look like he was disparaging Canadians after winning Olympic gold. He said it was fake and something he would never say. Video includes fabricated audio of Tkachuk referring to Canadians as maple syrup eating blanks with the expletive bleeped out. The video carries a note saying it contains AI-generated media. Tkachuk said it's clearly fake because it's not my voice and not my lips moving. I'm not in control of any of those accounts. I know that those words would never come out of my mouth. Asked if he liked the video, he said he did not. I would never say that. That's not who I am. And of course, making it all worse for Tkachuk, 26-year-old Arizona native, he's the captain of the NHL's Ottawa Senators and has played his
Guy plays
entire
in
career.
Canada. The White House
Canada.
has squeezed all they can out of these guys, and then these morons released this fake audio of Tkachuk ripping Canadians who he plays with.
America's
They don't
cat.
know what they're doing.
What did Reusse call him?
Cement heads.
Him and his brother.
Chuck's
If,
brother.
if Reusse hates them, I love them.
Well, they're wonderful
And
players.
he's a contrarian.
They are cement heads, but I guarantee you, he didn't
wonderful.
say that. He's not that stupid.
Kenny, they were the guys too. Remember the Four Nations Classic?
Yep.
Drop the gloves right away. You're going to boo
Yep.
our anthem?
Yep.
Bring it, bitch.
Yep.
Well,
White
he's
House
not going to rip his own players.
Of course not.
White House did not immediately respond
Because
to a
they're
request to
morons. They don't
comment.
know what they're doing. Who are the young people this character has working for him that send this BS out like Nikema Levy-Pound sobbing? He
Gabe, are you
doesn't
listening?
sob.
Gabe, you listening?
Yeah, you can get a
Yeah,
gig
I
out D.C.
Have you seen his cabinet, Joe? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was not called for.
Let's go get Patrick.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to talk about We Are Nuts and WeAreNutsMN.com. Hey, it's time to stock up for the weekend.
Let's go.
So why don't you stop in at Fratelloni's Hardware and Garden Stores? Are you able
You know,
to
I'm
make it there?
entertaining tonight, so I should probably stop by and get some
Okay.
malted milk balls.
You know what? As you eat
Chocolate
your
almonds.
beef and cheese burrito,
Oh, my
you
God.
giant panda, why don't you stock up on some milk chocolate almonds?
Yes.
How about the cinnamon toffee peanuts?
Why not?
Jumbo cashews?
Now you're getting,
The cherry trail mix, by the way, is a massive hit. It's really you like cherries.
I do.
You like a nice cherry, Joe?
Yes.
Okay. Also, the what else am I missing? Oh, the wasabi nuts, the dill pickle
Love the
nuts
wasabi.
are available at Fratelloni's as well. I know, Joe. You can get an entire handful of We Are Nuts and WeAreNutsMN.com. But like I mentioned, Frats, Max Hardware, Kowalski's Markets, Lunds and Barley's, Cub Foods, County Market, Colburn's, and 700 different Quick Trip locations all carry the brand. How are we doing here? Why do I keep texting Reavers, even though he's doing a live ad for We Are Nuts? WeAreNutsMN.com. Place your order and let him know you heard about him on the Garage Logic podcast.
Cuervo?
Yep. Here we go.
Hey, Pat.
Yes, Joseph.
The White House squeezed all they could out of the gold medal hockey team, and they weren't done yet. They sent out a fake TikTok video of Brady Chuck ripping Canada, saying they're a bunch of maple syrup eating bleeps. And I say he wouldn't have said that because he plays for Ottawa.
Yes.
And he denies it, and of course he should deny it. It was all fake. These idiots don't know what they're doing.
So somebody put this on
TikTok. Yes.
I almost said.
I know you did.
I almost said TikTok.
Yeah. Well, you were thinking of Rook and his food tasting.
Yeah, right. So anyway, somebody put that in the White House. Thought it was so good they sent it back out.
Yeah.
Here's my problem.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
With the whole reaction to the hockey team go over the State of Union and all that. On the list of absolutely fascist crap this guy is trying to pull off, this one doesn't even make the front, be the back page of the Bible, for God's sakes. Who cares?
Yeah.
You know, he got everything. He wants to steal an election. He's enriching himself by billions as we speak. He's ruining the White House. He takes over Kennedy Center, and then when nobody will play there anymore, we got to pretend like he's, you know, it's unbelievable that people are upset about this. What do I care if somebody goes to, you know?
I hope I wasn't misunderstood by you. I'm saying that they're morons for sending this out because they're completely misreading Brady to Chuck.
But
even though you're thinking of cement head, he wouldn't do that.
Pat's just saying it's low on the list of things.
Yeah.
Not only is he in Canada, he's capital of Canada. Kearney's right. Kearney lives 2 blocks down the street, for God's sake. You know, it's unbelievable.
Oh,
I'm this outrage. So, and then the women's hockey team is not. They're being coerced into being outraged. They don't care.
No.
You know,
they're hockey players.
It's unbelievable.
They got, they're going to the lake pretty soon. You know.
Yes, I'm going to go over and see my gal Abby tonight. She's back in the lineup for the Gophers. She's going to set the goal scoring record, and Easy Ed from the South Side is going to be there. Her dad and her mom. So I get to see what's. You know, I think they're pals of the Hughes family from youth hockey when because she was coaching in Michigan, the mom of the Hughes, and I'm strong in the women's hockey program.
This is Abby who?
I think Abby Murphy.
Abby Murphy. Yeah.
Won the gold medal for her. She lifted up the Canadians when they were going to break in and win it in overtime.
Yeah.
And then they came back, and she, as I say, when she's in a bad mood, she could start a but she was pretty well behaved over in the Olympics. So,
are you on your cell phone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're cutting out occasionally, but we'll be all
No,
right.
he's on a landline with that huge cord from Napoleon Dynamite around the corner.
I just came back from the drugstore where I had to buy some medical things for the bride. So I'm in a bad mood here. So
Snyder's?
Yeah, it's something. It's you know.
Hey, Pat, I got a question for you.
Little pricey. Yes, go ahead.
I have a question for you. So I took the Fighting 8th grade Jordan Hubman to the St. Thomas, North Dakota State game last night. That arena is impressive, but I have something against Mr. Tower.
Ooh.
He's got one Minnesota kid on that starting lineup.
Dr. Tower knows how to put a team together.
He's got quite a few Wisconsin guys on it.
That's 4 Wisconsin kids and 1 kid from Plymouth.
That's like Wisconsin.
Minnesota
right there.
kids are playing hockey.
It's the same thing, practically.
That's an impressive facility, though.
before he looks where they where their home is, he looks to see if they can make a shot or not. What do you think of their 6'8" 3-point shooter, Berkey? The night I was there, he made 10. Last night he made 7.
7 last night. That's the one kid from Plymouth. He's the one Minnesota kid in their starting lineup. He's a good player.
But it's an interesting way to play offense because the only time they go to the basket is driving. They never post up. They never put anybody down low and throw them the ball. They kind of very freewheeling. So anyway, they look good. I watched quite a bit of it. So.
Pat, there's an interesting golf story. Koepka came crawling back to the PGA.
Yes,
I tip my hat to him for that. But boy, is he not playing well. We need a big event for him because he just doesn't get it out. He's at the Cognizant now. I don't know what they used to call it. It's at the PGA in Palm Beach, and he's not playing well.
Oh, they have left the West Coast.
We're done. We're back. We're starting the Florida swing.
Swing, okay. You know what is the most interesting thing, though, Joe? I think we might have talked about this a bit, though, is we got a new commissioner who wants to reduce considerably the number of tournaments.
I don't like that.
And he wants him not to compete with the NFL as at all. But this guy comes from the NFL, and he thinks less is more. Mm-hmm. So he wants to basically have 20 good tournaments or 18 good tournaments, and the hell with everybody else.
Okay, then as long as you're going down that road, I was talking to a guy who has a great idea. Why don't you save Riviera at L.A. and Pebble Beach for the dead of summer, and we could get golf here till about 9 or 9:30 at night in those two tournaments? Wouldn't that be cool?
Sure. Yeah, it would be a great idea. And it's not, you're right on the water, so it isn't like it's going to be boiling hot or anything.
Right. It'd be wonderful. It'd be wonderful.
Yes, yeah. So, I don't know what's going on, but...
if you weren't serious before, and I know you were, this is getting very serious. They beat the Avs last night in Denver 5-2.
And the Avs didn't take it well. They took a lot of stupid penalties, and they not. And, I wrote something the other day, Tuesday, saying it's time for a run here. Come on, 50 years of hockey in this, and we've had one run.
Let's go here. Yeah.
So, but I said they got 5 of the top 30 players in the league, or, maybe. And I put Eriksson Ek in there, and everybody was saying, he's not even close. Nobody wants to play against this big guy. He's 6'4". He beats you up, and last night he starts off with 2 goals. He's damn near as valuable to that team as, well, not quite as Hughes, but maybe as much as the Russian.
What nationality is Eriksson Ek? Is he
He's a Swede, but he sounds like a swinless Finlander. But
did he play for Sweden in the Olympics?
I believe he did, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they didn't do much, though, right?
No, too many Swedes. No.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he's not the old time of Swede, though. He'll beat you up.
Oh, I know.
Nobody wants to stand next to him in front
He's kind of a new kind of Swede.
Yeah.
But apparently the Olympic team had too many old types of Swedes.
Hey, is Johnny there?
Yes.
Yes.
Johnny, we so far today's Twins pitching staff has held the Yankees to 8 in 2 innings.
Oh, well,
They're very...
Could be worse.
I was talking to Declan the other day, and he was telling me how good Marco Rea looked. Marco gave up 5 in the first, and then in his debut, and then potential closer Coyle Sands gave up 3 in the second on 2 home runs.
God.
The pitching's rounding into shape here. This team is going to stink because they have no pitching with everybody getting hurt. By the way, did you see Reusse went for the first of his many MRIs?
Sure did.
Yesterday. Yeah. Every time he swings hard, he's got to go get an MRI.
Pat, you said something that really upset me. Are balls and strikes under review this summer?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Huh? That's terrible. Yeah. The games are going to take 5 hours.
Joe, listened. Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
It comes they make the decision quickly, but to me, it gives you more of an excuse not to swing the bat, which is the biggest problem with baseball because nobody swings the bat.
Why are we doing
I
this?
was listening to the ball game, Patrick, last Saturday. Jeffers challenged 3 pitches in 1 at bat.
Oh, my God.
And if he keeps getting right, then they keep getting challenges. That's the problem.
Was he
Give
right?
him
He was
3
right twice.
Give him 3 challenges all day. That's it.
No
don't
challenges.
let him
No, 0.
The best,
Well,
though, was
I
the
agree.
Dazzle Man, Patrick, because the
I
Dan.
agree on that.
Yeah, Danny goes, well, here comes another one.
This is terrible. What is baseball doing?
I don't know. This
They're
is a bad
killing
idea.
themselves.
The time clock ended up being great, I thought.
Let's get Harry Gregg back behind the plate and let everybody better swing the bat because if Levon throws it in the building, it's going to be a strike. So,
Say in the Wall Street Journal today, there's a great book review of Ron Luciano's biography. It's called Loosh. I didn't know he killed himself.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, he sat in the garage in his car. I don't know what trouble.
There were a few players that would have liked to do the same back in the day. But did you see who died? Bruce Fleming, who was another famous.
Yeah.
And you know what the best Bruce Fleming story comes from? Arnold Gaethel.
Yeah.
Arnold, way back when, he's in Duluth, and they're up in the press box, and they're somebody up there is scoring in Old Wade Stadium, and they're kind of yelling at Fleming. He's the plate umpire, and he throws them all out of the press box. He evicts them all from the press box, and they turn a light on, but they're all like crouched down so he can't see it. The famous Fleming story is like 1956. He throws Arno and all the other Duluth guys out of the press box up there. So,
Okay, you're going to the Gopher hockey game. You have a great time.
I will. Thank you.
See you Monday. All right. Thank you. What was I going to do? We need to do something right here?
We should. Actually, you know what? No, you're good. You can
take a time out
You can
because
be
I want to
good.
hear that scramble song.
There you go.
Finally. Thank God today is Friday. TGTI Friday. It's the scramble!
Wait.
one more thing.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Greatest tweet ever. Did you see this yesterday?
I don't know.
Chris Everett, this guy is Chris Everett, has been married. Chris Everett's been married to an Aussie,
Yep.
an American,
Yep.
and a Brit.
Right.
And this guy said if she can only marry a Frenchman, she can have the Grand Slam of husbands.
And each of the three guys she married from those countries was a winner.
Yes.
So
yes,
to make
Norman?
the Grand Slam, she needs a French Open winner. That's
right.
Yes, right. That's right. Greg Norman is. That one didn't last too long, though. That one. I think the quote from Mrs. Norman was, "He stole my husband. She stole my husband, and then decided she didn't like him, or some damn thing like that." So anyway.
All right. Thank you.
Anyway, I thought that was great. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Taylor. One more thing. Hey, Greg Norman.
Did you see that tweet?
Oh, that was a pretty damn good tweet, though. I saw the same thing.
Only because they come to us all the way from Penguin, Tasmania, from the traveling Lymans at worldwidewaftage.com. This state of Minnesota really has been in the doldrums in the month of February.
We're getting ready for spring.
Well, they really didn't do much.
Yeah.
It was on this day,
Feb 27.
in 1843. Thomas Lowry was born in Logan County, Illinois. After arriving in Minneapolis in 1868, Lowry played an instrumental role in establishing the Twin Cities streetcar system. He died in 1909. I think you have a Lowry Hill over there.
What about Lowry Tunnel?
Lowry Tunnel. That's all for him, I think.
Gotcha.
On this day,
Feb 27.
in 1857, Waseca County was formed, named with a Dakota word meaning rich in provisions. Also on this day, a humorous episode of Minnesota's history began. Joseph Rolette, a fur trader representing Pembina. Is it Pembina or Pembina?
It's Pembina in the city of North Dakota. I don't know.
Pembina in the territorial legislature stole the text to a bill to move the capital from St. Paul to St. Peter. Although the bill had been passed, it had not been signed by the governor. Rolette disappeared until the legislature adjourned on March 7, hiding in the Fuller House attic while the bill rested in a hotel safe.
How about that?
Wacky.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was a funny episode on this day in history.
Yes.
On this day in Minnesota sports disappointment history.
Joe, who did we lose to on February 27th?
Well, on this day in 1992, Mike Lynn sold his shares of the Vikings.
Wow. But kept in perpetuity.
I think he kept the suites.
Yes, he did.
In the Metrodome. And that was it then for this day in history. Thank you very much.
Yes. One more thing. Do us a favor, if you have not done so already, and hit the subscribe button right there on the Garage Logic YouTube channel. That's right. Garage Logic, we've got a YouTube channel where you can watch the show each and every single day starting right around noon. You can also see full segments. There's video shorts. There's even behind-the-scenes footage. Just search Garage Logic, that's 2 words, on YouTube, and search on all of our social media channels. That includes Facebook, Instagram, and X. And you can also sign up for the Daily Logician. That's an email that comes right to your inbox each and every single day, and it includes the most recent episode of the podcast. Find out more and sign up today online at garagelogic.com.